What up? Yeah!
Uncensored Sport Time!
And you know this. What's going down? Huge show today, baby. Huge show. Cheers, huh? Yeah! Let's let this jam out for a second. A little too short. Check it out, homie. Y'all gonna like this shit. If you don't like it, just fast forward about 30 seconds. Get him, get him. Yo. Alright, bitches. What's going down? What's going down? Yo, Rob. Hit the people up with a couple of topics we're going to hit them with today.
Oh, we're going to go over a couple things today. We got, well, first of all, this time of year, every single year, it's around July 1st, it's free agency in the NBA. So at 12 o'clock midnight on July 1st every single year, crazy shit starts popping off in the NBA. Like the second it hits midnight. All right, we're also going to hit a little bit of Cowboys for you, a little bit of NASCAR.
There you go. We got a little Rangers talk for y'all. You know, so we got many things to talk about today. Many things. You know, so right off the bat, you know, like Ryan was saying, a lot. Well, basically, most of the moves that have happened within this last week have been in the NBA, right?
Oh yeah.
Whether it be the draft or people getting signed and all that type of thing. So right now, I'm going to kick it over to my boy Ryan here, you know, the expert you know, with what's going down in the NBA. Ryan, tell them what's going down, man. What's the new news?
Bunch of stuff, man. It's been crazy.
Well, tell us a little about what's going on in free agency, brother.
Yeah, all the stuff that's happened has been, like, more exciting than the actual NBA season.
I
it's,
agree.
like, crazy. After the NBA season ended,
I agree.
shit started popping off.
Yeah.
People started going places and everything. Paul George gets traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder from Indiana, which is crazy.
Right. Yep, from Indiana. I can't believe they let him go.
Yeah.
Is there a story behind that, or did, you know?
They got some pieces back. They got Victor Oladipo, and they got somebody else.
Okay.
But the bottom line is they knew that Paul George wasn't going to stay there, and he had one more year left on his deal. So best thing for Indiana to do is go ahead and trade him and try and get something for him.
So is the thing that, was it Paul George wanted to leave, or was it that he wanted a max contract and they didn't want to do it?
He was leaving.
Regardless.
Yeah, regardless.
Okay,
Everybody's saying that next year he's going to the Lakers regardless. Because he grew up in L.A.
Right. Get over there with Lonzo.
Yep.
Lonzo Ball.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
You know. Who else we got? What else happened? What else going on?
Steph Curry signed a 5-year, $201 million deal to stay with the Warriors.
Golly, is that not one of the biggest contracts ever?
I think maybe so, yeah.
Something like that? I mean, that's unreal.
Every time that a new guy comes up for the Supermax, he sets the record now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's crazy is Steph Curry's been around for a while, though. I mean,
yeah.
People don't know how long Steph Curry's been around for a little bit. I mean.
Yeah, so he'll be 34 years old at the end of this contract.
Thank you, yes.
Steph Curry will be.
Yeah, that's crazy. How long is his contract?
5 years.
So he is 29 right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's been in the league for almost 10 years?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, he's been around.
So for those out there who want to know when Golden State's dynasty is going to be over, it's probably going to be in 5 years.
Yeah, I got you. I'm with you on that.
Because whenever Steph is 34, he's not going to be fast anymore. Mm-hmm. I mean, he'll still be able to shoot, obviously, but he won't be anywhere near as dynamic of a player as he is now.
He'll slow down a bit, kind of like Jason Kidd did, but he'll have that experience, and he'll change his game a little bit. You know, it's cool to see that happen. What else you got, brother?
Chris Paul
CP3
gets traded
CP3.
From L.A. Clips to the Rockets. He had one more year. He opted in on the last year of his deal to sign with the Rockets for 1 year, $24.6 million. Then a couple other key point guards that we got out there that are still on the market, hadn't signed yet. Kyle Lowry hasn't signed. I don't know if he's going to stay with Toronto or if he's going to sign somewhere else.
Right.
George Hill hadn't signed. Drew Holiday stays with the New Orleans Pelicans, 5 years, $125 million. Jeff Teague goes to Minnesota for 3 years, $57 million. Patty Mills stays with San Antonio 4 years, $50 million. Derrick Rose is out there on the market. Darren Collison is out there on the market. Golden State re-signs Sean Livingston. He's a really good role player for them.
Nice.
At 3 years, $24 million. Ricky Rubio gets traded from Minnesota to the Jazz. JJ Redick signs with the 76ers for 1 year.
Fuck you, JJ
$23 million.
Redick.
I
Always
know.
talking
He's
shit.
a prick. Kyle Korver re-signs with the Cavs 3 years, $22 million. A couple other guys who are still out there on the market. Gordon Hayward hadn't re-signed, and he's a big chip in all this free agency because really, whenever he goes somewhere, all the rest of the guys who hadn't signed yet are going to fall closely behind.
He's going to set the tone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To where everybody's going to say, okay, he went here, now I'm going to have to go here.
He's been in Utah since he was a rookie, and whenever he was in college, him and Brad Stevens, which is the current head coach of the Boston Celtics, took the Butler Bulldogs, which they're a small team, a mid-major.
Right.
Took the Butler, Sheldon Mack was on the team. I love that team. Anyways, it's a kid named Matt Howard. Anyways,
Sounds cool, man.
But took the Butler Bulldogs to the Final Four like 2 years in a row. Gordon Hayward was on that team, and now he's on the Jazz, and he's coming up for a free agent. He's really good.
Now, what type of a contract is he? Is he going to get a max contract?
Yeah, he'll probably get a 5-year.
Okay.
Max.
Do you have any idea of where you think he might go?
Boston. I think he's going to wind up in
He's gonna
Boston.
go to Boston,
With
okay.
Brad Stevens, his former coach.
Now, out of all the people that are left on the list, Ryan, of free agents that are out there, who is it possible for the Mavericks to bring in? And not just possible, who would you like for them to bring in?
A couple guys. I'd like for them to go out and try and get Danilo Gallinari.
Tell us a little bit about Danilo Gallinari.
Guy's a badass. He's like a 6'10" small forward.
Wow.
He's been in the league forever. He's played with Denver forever.
Right, he was with them.
Tears the Mavericks up every time he plays us. Yeah. There's a guy, a 6'6" small forward, Tariq Evans. I'd like to go and get him if that was possible.
Right.
I'd like to go out and get Rudy Gay. That'd be great. Otto Porter. He's a small forward last year with Washington. That'd be great. I'd like go get Paul Millsap. That'd be nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep. That would be nice. And one thing that we were talking about last week was we knew we wasn't going to get Chris Paul, and more than likely wasn't going to get Blake Griffin. And hot damn, I see why now. Look at the contracts they signed. I mean, CP3, he got how much for 1 year? I mean,
24.6.
24.6. The Mavericks couldn't do that.
No,
They couldn't do that for a year.
Well, with the Mavericks, we got Dennis Smith Jr. and Yogi Ferrell. So to me, I'm set on point guard. I don't need a point guard.
Not just that, we got a Seth Curry.
Yeah.
Too. I mean, I'm set.
And we got
JJ
JJ Barea, Devin Harris. We have like 55 point guards.
The two vets, and I love that Cube holds on, to Barea and Harris, because these guys,
they're good.
Those are the two guys who were showing our rookies what to do. I mean, I guarantee you, Yogi Ferrell would be nothing without those two guys.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and Dirk. Dirk, I mean, y'all want to say what the fuck y'all want about Dirk. Dirk's the ultimate team player.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna.
Dirk is actually on this free agent list right now.
Yep. And where do you think Dirk Nowitzki is gonna go, Ryan?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. It's the big debate. Y'all figure that shit out, right? Where's Dirk gonna go, huh?
Probably Dallas.
Probably. Yeah, he's going to fucking Dallas. Dirk ain't leaving, man. That's
same
our
with
boy.
Kevin Durant hasn't re-signed either, but
he's going to Golden State.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about this earlier. What he's going to sign for, he's going to wait and sign for the bare minimum like a bitch.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what he's doing. He's like, all right, Golden State, you go out and sign whatever you need to re-sign, do whatever you need to do, then we'll talk about my money situation.
See, I talk all that shit, but if I was in his shoes, I can't say I wouldn't do the same thing. I mean, he's probably going to win another championship next year.
Oh, yeah.
So, hey,
Unless the Cavs do something significant.
Exactly. So that's the one thing about me and Ryan here on Uncensored Sports Talk. We like to look at every single aspect, So, we say something that's pissing you off, what the fuck ever. First of all, we don't give a fuck. And second of all, we like looking at things at every single fucking point of view. That's what really, really, really is the way you want to look at anything, So let's jump off that, right? Let's jump off that right quick. Let's talk a little NASCAR. Right quick, all right? For my NASCAR fans out there. Now, Ryan, on yesterday, there was a race in Daytona. Any race at Daytona is going to be big, But nonetheless, it was a Daytona Xfinity race, so it was the like you said, it wasn't the exact,
Not the Sprint Cup.
not the Sprint Cup. You know, that's the Xfinity.
Not like Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Tony Stewart. Did he retire? I think he did retire.
Yeah, Tony Stewart's
Not like
out, but
Jimmy Johnson and
see,
stuff like that.
Junior was in the race too, but I think he wrecked out 55 laps left. So.
He does. He runs Xfinity also. Yeah,
And
a lot of the guys do.
What I read was that was Junior's last race at Daytona, and it was a sad, it was a sad deal, you know,
Yeah.
that he didn't, you know, make the top 10, top 5. But I'm going to go ahead and go over, you know, the top 5.
Oh yeah, he's retiring. This is his last year.
I know it's a sad deal. We're going to hate to see, you know. I mean, I can't say I'm going to hate to see it. I'm just going to, it's going to be sad to see.
Oh yeah.
You know, Earnhardt go. I mean, it was the saddest thing in the world when we were just kids and his daddy died. I mean, Dale Earnhardt was the best NASCAR racer in all of NASCAR.
Yes.
He was the best.
Slammed into a wall at
He was the
220 miles
best.
an hour.
Slammed into the wall, 220 miles per hour, and man, and we lost him. But we had his son there for a long time. His son was there at that same race. Was he
Yeah,
not? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
And you know, and we're just blessed to have had both of them for as long as we did. And at least Junior, hey man, he's gonna retire, you know, alive, you know, and,
Oh, yeah.
and in good health. And hey man, you know.
Speaking of Dale Earnhardt Sr., Austin Dillon was the first guy to ever use that number since him.
And why
The
is
number
that?
3.
I love this story. Why
Because,
is Austin Dillon?
Austin Dillon is Richard Childress' grandson,
Oh.
and Richard Childress Racing, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like that was Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s homie, you know.
Right. Oh yeah. So man, that's a great story, and good for Austin. Austin actually had a win, his first career win, not too long ago.
Nice.
And good for him.
Oh yeah.
One thing I will say, with 3 laps left, there was I'm pretty sure
Ty Dillon,
Ty
his
Dillon
little brother.
was in first place with 3 laps left, and then there was a caution, and they ended up going into overtime, brother. Which you don't hear that a lot in NASCAR, right? Overtime in NASCAR, and yeah, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. won
That
it.
is weird.
It is. And second place was Clint Boyer. Third place, Paul Menard. Fourth, Michael McDowell. And fifth, Ryan Newman. So, you know, it was a very exciting race. And if y'all want to see something exciting, go look up the last 20 minutes of that race. And you're going to see some real racing right there. That's when them boys really put the pedal to the metal. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
That's always the most exciting time of races. It was the last 20 laps.
last 20. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
everybody's trying to win. Everybody's trying to get that paper, man, because first place, you finna get $1 million.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? You fixing to win some money. I mean, there's money in NASCAR, man. So, man, it's very exciting. I wanted to go over that with you guys, any NASCAR fans out there. Another thing that I wanted to hit was the Dallas Cowboys. You know, Ryan, I know that you know a lot of what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys. Now, we just had OTAs, right? Now we're going to Oxnard,
Yep.
right, for
Training camp.
training camp. And you know, and that's going to be, I think that's going to be where the shit really comes down, You know, where the
Really hits the fan.
exactly, you know, because right now with OTAs, you're just hearing stories, you know, especially about, you know, let's just give an example of Jalen Smith. You've got this guy saying one thing, this guy saying another thing, and no tape. You know, I mean, the only tape you get is this guy doing drills after a practice. You know,
The only thing that gives me pause for the calls is the fact that they haven't signed another linebacker yet.
Exactly.
And there was 2 really good veteran ones out there. One, Darrell Washington, and the other, David Harris, I think, which the Pats signed him a couple weeks ago
right.
to like a 3-year deal.
Yeah, the Pats fucking stole him, man. That sucks so
and if
bad.
the Pats sign
got
somebody, you know that he's probably a good football
He's
player.
real fucking
Because they don't
good.
sign, they're not in the business of signing over 30-year-old linebackers who can't play football.
I mean, the Pats stole this cat. I read an article on that. They stole him, man. I mean, he was the type of guy that should have went to Dallas and got a huge deal. You know? I mean, he was. And the Pats stole him, didn't they? You know, and why not? If you're him, why not go to the Patriots? They're
Go
more
and get a
likely-
ring.
Yeah, more than likely they're going to be there next year.
They're like Golden
Yeah.
State. They're like the Golden State of football.
One thing I saw was Michael Irvin. They was asking Michael Irvin about that. Somebody said something about the Steelers, you know, going to the Super Bowl next year. And Mike said, "Hey man, you think the Steelers are going to get through the Patriots?" And that's valid. He
Yeah.
said, and Mike said no. You know, of course they ain't gonna get through the Patriots next year. You think the fucking Steelers gonna get through the Patriots?
And the Patriots,
You're crazy.
They signed like a bunch of guys this year in the offseason. Tom Brady has a more stacked roster than he has had in quite some time.
Whew. And
as far as
saying
offensive
something.
weapons.
Yeah, that's saying something. I mean, last year he won the Super Bowl without Gronk.
Yeah, with like almost no offensive, but with Julian Edelman.
Yeah, I mean, with guys you didn't even know who the fuck their
that
name
catch
was.
though.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The catch. That was quite a catch. Have you guys seen the catch that we're talking about?
Ooh-wee! Tell them about it, Rye.
The sea of hands. It's a sea of hands. Get it? Because there's so many hands. It's like the ocean, except made out of hands.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, so
It's crazy, man. I've seen that play 100 times in slow mo, and every single time that I watch it, I'm still like, "There's no way he's gonna catch it."
Yeah. Tell them specifically about that. Like, who was it? Tell them about the
It was
pass.
Julian Edelman, and there was like 5 guys around him, man, and everybody's hands and legs were in it.
Notice he said hands and legs. I mean, it's just everything right in there.
And somehow, at the last second, Julian Edelman reaches his hand underneath the ball and just catches it. It's so crazy, man.
Wow. I mean, that's
Absolute hands down best catch of all time.
Wow. You know, and one thing that I will say here on that absolute best catch of all time, in my opinion, the absolute best catch of all time was dude from the Giants.
ODB.
ODB.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Odell Beckham Jr. You know, and Odell Beckham, man, I almost
OJ,
thought, oh, dirty bad, ODB.
Yeah, that's why I retract that statement.
And ODBZ, man, that was a badass rapper, man, and we hate to lose him, but yeah, Odell Beckham, man, that behind, I mean, literally behind where he couldn't even see the ball and caught it one-handed, it was the craziest thing I ever seen in my life. And against the Cowboys, he caught that catch.
Brandon Carr.
Yeah, against Brandon Carr. You know, so another thing I want to hit with the Dallas Cowboys is that if there's any Dallas Cowboys fans watching this, y'all need to know one thing. That we're working on our fucking defense. We are working on the defense, of course. I mean, that's we're bringing in top guys, dude. Anybody you can imagine. Deion Sanders, and you just name it. We're bringing them in. Charles Haley. We're bringing them in to help these guys, this rookie class. And one of these rookies we're looking at, his name's Jordan Lewis. Okay? Jordan Lewis is a badass.
Beast.
A badass from Michigan, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, so he played there with Taco Charlton. Taco! I gotta say that.
He's, was widely renowned as the top slot corner in this class. Jordan Lewis.
Class.
Yeah.
Now, Jordan Lewis got popped with a domestic violence case. Now, it doesn't mean that he did it or he didn't, but he has a pending case on him, domestic violence, from some woman. His court date got changed. I think it was July 11th or something, but it got changed to July 24th. So it's going to be July 24th through the 15th if necessary. Now, the reason that's so important is because that court date is going to depend if he's a Dallas Cowboy or not. I truly believe that. I don't think that this kid, like, let's per se, if he gets charged guilty, and then the NFL decides to suspend him for 2 years, I don't think the Cowboys are going to hold on to this cat.
Yeah.
You know, what would the suspension be? I mean, could it be indefinite? I mean, let's just say worst. We're talking worst case scenario here, and then we're going to talk best case. So, worst case scenario, Ryan.
I think would be at the commissioner's discretion in between 4 to 10 games, I think.
In between 4 to 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
because it'd be the same deal that happened with Randy Gregory, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a little different though, because Randy Gregory was a failed drug test, right?
No, he had threw his girlfriend on a stack of machine guns thing.
No, that wasn't Randy Gregory. That was
Greg Hardy.
Greg Hardy. There you
go.
That's
who I was talking meant to say.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is Greg Hardy already had a Pro Bowl appearance under. You know what I mean? At that point, Greg Hardy already was what? Was he not the Defensive Player of the Year at some point? Something like that?
He was pretty good when he was with the Panthers.
He was great, yeah. So he had a lot of shit under his belt when that happened. Jordan Lewis doesn't. He's a rookie. You know, I think that penalty might be a little bit stronger. You know what I mean? But I don't know. But I don't think that's what's going to happen. We're just looking at worst case scenario. Right.
Yeah.
And so best case scenario, which is what we think is going to happen, is he's going to get cleared of these charges. You know, he's going to get cleared, and he's going to be a Dallas Cowboy, and he's going to have a great year. That's what we truly think is going to happen. Well, you know, I just wanted to go over worst case scenario, you know, so that way ain't nobody surprised when shit happens, you know. So, you know, another thing I wanted to hit was the Rangers. You know, right? Hit them with little Rangers. What's going on with the AL West?
Okay, well, first of all, on my way over here, I hopped in the truck and turned on 105.3 The Fan. Was listening to the sultry tones of Eric Nadell and Matt Hicks.
Best radio station in the whole United States.
Hopped in the truck, and the Rangers were down to the White Sox 4-1. And it's about a 15-minute ride from my house to his house, where we're at right now.
There you go.
And by the time I got over here, the Rangers had scored 2 home runs in the time that I was traveling in my truck.
Who hit them?
Napoli and Torinos.
Good hearing Napoli hit homers. I mean, I know he was in a slump for a while, about a month ago.
Oh yeah.
And he came out of it, and we needed that as a Rangers.
Like Napoli don't give a fuck. The only thing he does is drink beer and hit home runs.
Damn right. Reminds me of Babe Ruth. You know, Babe Ruth. You know, all the stories on him. What he used to do, he used to smoke cigars and drink beer, and then come out and hit home. And he'd pitch. Babe Ruth used to pitch. People don't know that.
Wade Boggs.
Wade Boggs, holy snap! You just brought it. You brought it back.
You know, Wade Boggs was I think played for the Red Sox or something, and on a flight from like Philly to New York or something, he drank like 36 beers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Went out and played.
Yeah.
Wade Boggs had one of them crazy old swings too, man. Wade. He did. Yeah, he had one of them crazy. So look up Wade Boggs. He was a great, one of the greats of all time. You know, so right now, Rangers sitting, you know, third in the AL West. We're right below the Angels, you know, and of course the Astros. Astros just fucking on top of everybody, 55 and 27. You got the Angels at 43 and 42, and we're right there with the Angels at 40 and 41. Below us, you got the Mariners at 40 and 42. They're right there, and the Athletics at 33 and 46. Hopefully, they'll just fucking flop the fuck out. So, man, the Rangers really, really, really got to start winning games, man. They got to start figuring out. I mean, this is the point of the season to where you figure out what's wrong and you fix it.
Oh yeah, we had
tell them what's wrong and how we gonna fix this shit, man.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, I heard bullpen issues, man. We got bullpen issues, right?
Terrible.
What's going on, man?
Well, one thing I wanted to get at was we have this 32-year-old rookie that we called up recently, Austin Bibbins Dirks. He's been tearing it up.
A few more minutes.
Yeah.
Right. Austin Bibbins, all right. So good. We called him up, you know, but we're still winning games, though. You know, we're still winning. You know, Beltre's back, so that's good. You know, so hey, you know, hopefully good things happen. You know, say one thing I wanted to hit was here recently. I went and tried out at 105.3 The Fan, audition, the Fan Phenom.
Fan Phenom.
What up, motherfucker?
Would you go out there to Saintsbury Tavern?
You know I did.
Right on.
Right there at the Colony, Texas, man. I was there, dude. I showed up.
Did you meet KT?
I got to meet KT, got to sit down and talk to him. We chopped it up, man.
Nice.
I got to meet Ben Rogers, man, and Skin.
The Ben Rogers, wow.
The Ben fucking Rogers from
Nice.
the Ben and Skin show.
Nice.
You know, world famous Ben and Skin show,
Nice.
man. I mean, so that was the greatest thing in the world. And Ben was the coolest guy in the world, man. And so was KT. And they treated me like I was fan from the beginning. Right when I got there, I got to be Tim Calishaw. You know, that was awesome, yeah, man. I got to sit down and chop it up about Bellator 180, man. If y'all want to know anything about Bellator 180, you know, go ahead and look at last week's show. And we went over Bellator 180. And
Yes.
that was a really, really good MMA event. You know, a huge one. So, you know, anybody out there, if y'all want to show me some love, you know, call up 105.3 The Fan, tweet them, and just say, hey, man, Blake Roman, that's the dude, man. That's the guy y'all need, you know. Obviously Ryan, his scheduling issues, he couldn't make it, you know, and, but, hey, hopefully, let's just say, you know, one day I'm working weekends with 105.3 The Fan. I'm going to have a call-in, and guess who it's going to be? My special guest call-in, Ryan.
Well,
right here. My boy Ryan right here.
Also go in
My
studio.
man, homie. Damn right. Damn right. Yes. So, Ryan, man, anything else you want to tell the people, man? We got a couple minutes.
Yeah, couple weeks ago was the Dirk Hero Celebrities Games. Huge success, like it is every year. One thing that I was thinking about whenever all that was going down is the fact that I wouldn't be surprised if Dak Prescott takes over the reins for that.
I was told that he is. No, he's going to. That's the word.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just what I think that's just, I don't think it's a thing that's happening. I just think it makes sense.
You know, it's funny you said that because it actually is the word. They're saying that. My brother told me, I talked to my biggest brother when I was actually up there at 105 through the fan. He came and chilled with me, you know?
Yeah.
And so, you know, we're chopping it up. And my brother told me that Dak is going to be, after Dirk decides he can't do it anymore,
yeah,
Dak's the next guy in line. At this point.
He's the guy.
At this point, he's the guy.
No, I'm saying he's the guy. He's the right.
No, he's the right guy.
He's the right guy.
That's what I said to my brother. That's what I said, too. Yeah. You know, I mean, I said, you know, and my first thought was...
Dak is such a professional in every walk of life.
He's so much more mature at the age he's at than most.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's and I am right now. I'm 28. Yeah, he's only like 23.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the kid's been through a lot, and...
I would vote him for president.
Yeah, God, the good Lord blessed him, you know, with, you know, with maturity and with wits. And
what's crazy is
we're blessed to have
the fact that he's so young and still is such a great leader of men.
Oh, man, yeah. The moment he walked onto the field, you had everybody on the Cowboys staff saying he's the leader.
Jerry Jones.
That was crazy. You don't hear that. You don't hear that.
Oh, yeah. Jerry Jones in an interview last year, he said he was referring to Dak, and he's like, that's daddy. You know?
Well, it's going to be for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And he you know, so yeah, man, that's great. And I loved, you know, that Dirk's doing that, and we love Dirk. You know, he's the greatest basketball player to a Dallas Mavericks fan of all time. I mean, other than Michael Jordan. You know, with me and Ryan, we can both agree that Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time. But right behind him, we're going to have Dirk Nowitzki, baby.
Oh, yeah.
He brought that championship to Dallas. You know, we love you, Dirk, man.
Well, back a couple days ago, I heard podcasts. Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye, they do a podcast.
Right.
And it's for LeBron James, his media group that he owns.
Right, because Richard Jefferson went to Cleveland and he used to play with the Mavs.
Right.
All right.
And so Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye are doing this podcast, and they have LeBron on as a special guest. And they're just both talking about their, you know, times that they spent with Dirk.
Yeah.
And Channing Frye, he says, he's talking about, like, he was a rookie. And he said it was like 05, 06. And Dirk Nowitzki, what's, you know, scoring on him. And he's like, man, that was the coolest 32 points you ever seen.
That's what Dirk told him, huh?
And he said Dirk was talking so much trash. Dirk was like, give me the rock, I'm going to get this bugger. Anyways, and so then Richard Jefferson says, he's like, so for those of you who don't know, if he like thinks you're trash, he'll call you a burger. So he's like, I'm going to get this burger.
I didn't know that. Yeah. That's awesome.
That's what he's telling Channing Frye.
Wow, that's a great point. I'm so glad you shared that, bro. Fucking, you know, and one thing else, LeBron James has nothing but respect for Dirk.
Oh, yeah.
I love LeBron for that, too, man.
In that podcast I'm talking about, he's just gushing over Dirk, like, the whole time. Yeah. LeBron is.
And that's LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron James, the best player in the NBA right now, is
greatest
gushing
basketball player in the world
over Dirk. And I'll tell you one thing, in 2011 and 2006, Dirk Nowitzki was the best player in the whole fucking league.
In the world.
In the fucking world, yeah.